What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. My name is Rodney, and today we're going to be reacting to what CZ said in regards to the 1.2% burn tax on all Terra Luna Classic transactions on the BNB, of course, the Binance exchange. Pretty much saying that we're not going to do it, but he gives his reasons why they're not going to do it. And to me, they make sense, but you have a lot of people saying they're going to boycott Binance. I actually dyed my hair blonde in support of Binance. Just kidding, but it is a funny coincidence, right? So let's get into the video and see what everyone is really freaking out about. So the question was just asked about the burn. So let's listen.
Thanks for the question. And so Luna Classic is a interesting situation. So I didn't make the comment. I think the blockchain should implement the burn first, but I did not promise saying that right afterwards Binance will do X, Y, and Z. I did not do that, but that people may imply that or infer that. I can see where that's coming from. But the centralized exchanges have have considerations. If you think about the game theory, right? Sure, everybody wants everybody else to burn 1.2% per transaction. But from a user perspective, if Binance charges 1.2% fees per transaction, we're not going to burn very much. I can tell you. Basically, no one's going to trade on Binance. It's very similar to certain countries implementing a 1.2% tax per transaction. Guess what? Those exchanges in those countries, the volume goes to zero or very close to zero. So by centralized exchanges, unless we can get all the centralized exchanges in the world to charge to do this, it's not going to work. So any exchange that implements 1.2% transaction trading fee per transaction, this is not going to be any trading volume. You trade 50 times, you have zero. And there's no way to collectively organize all the exchanges in the world to do it at the same time.
What he's saying right there for people is like, look, if you put the 1.2% burn tax on, each transaction for, on Binance, people are not going to want to buy it on Binance. They're going to go to other exchanges. The only way to make this happen is that every single exchange does it at the same time. So no one really has anywhere else to go. But he makes a lot of sense that, yeah, in theory, like people want other people to burn their own supply, right, of their Terra Luna Classic tokens or coins, right? But they don't want that to happen to theirs. So, I mean, in theory, right, if you listen to a lot of the influencers and a lot of YouTube channels, they're saying, everyone burn their Terra Luna Classic. But when it really gets down to it, will people actually want to burn their own coins? I don't know. Let's continue.
So that's the thing where on the blockchain you can implement it is at the protocol level. Anybody who wants to use that protocol will have to pay that. To be honest, the 1.2% burn will make use cases on the blockchain kind of meaningless.
So what he's saying right there is, why is everybody harassing exchanges to the 1.2% burn when you have to do it on the protocol level, the blockchain level? Who holds the keys to Terra Luna Classic? Probably Do Kwon and Terraform Labs, and maybe not the Terra Rebels, because if they did, maybe they can implement that tax. But guys, you have to understand something. Those taxes, those tokenomics are reserved for SHIT coins. Usually big projects like Ethereum and they don't have those taxes because no one would trade them. So let's continue.
Sorry for my directness, because look, if Ethereum charges 1.2% fee, nobody's going to use it. If Bitcoin charges 1.2% fee, not that many people is going to use it. So it's actually going to make that blockchain less useful.
He's saying that these taxes are only going to make people want to buy Terra Luna Classic less. Interesting. Let's continue.
But everybody wants, but that blockchain was not, was kind of abandoned by the project team anyway. So,
I know I'm pausing a lot, but I make this point so much. Terra Luna Classic was abandoned by Do Kwon a few months ago. Remember, CZ called him stupid for abandoning, pretty much in other words, right? He said it was a dumb idea to abandon Terra Luna Classic and make a new blockchain. See, and if you think about it, Do Kwon's wanted by the Korean authorities. He has an arrest warrant. He's on the run. What about that? You got to think about things from, a business level, right? Think of Binance as a business. Not, YouTube influencers are telling you it's going to be $1 million next month or be 1 cent or $1, whatever, right? You got to think about this from a business perspective and what's really going on. But let's continue.
Yeah, so for us, we're already supporting Luna C. and we want to continue to support it. But we don't want to be in a situation where we won't be able to support it, and we don't want to be in a situation where everybody else just if we charge 1.2%, no other exchanges don't do it at the same time. No one's gonna trade on Binance, so we're not gonna help very much.
So this is where people were saying he's being selfish, pretty much saying that, hey, if we do this 1.2% burn, like no one's going to use Binance to trade Terra Luna Classic. They're going to go to other places to trade Terra Luna Classic. And that's probably true. A lot of people, you guys, there are more people out that are outside of the echo chambers of whatever YouTube channel you watch that are telling you that, Luna Classic is going to be 1 cent tomorrow if Binance does these burns. It would definitely help, but he's right. A bunch of the other exchanges need to do it. And that's something I didn't really think about. And to me, it is still pretty crucial and important that he's still supporting Terra Luna Classic. The biggest exchange in the world still supports Terra Luna Classic, even though all those other things happened. You don't see that with FTX, you don't see that with Coinbase, but Binance is still supporting it. So I mean, that has to mean something, right? So I think people should still be grateful that you can still get Terra Luna Classic on Binance. Let's continue.
So that's my view. I will try to clarify that in some writing, but if you think through that, that's basically the implication. And also this voting mechanism. If you have a bunch of people who are not involved vote on something, and they don't have the ability to enforce that globally, the voting is somewhat meaningless, right? So you can vote on the blockchain. The blockchain does it. Okay, everybody using the blockchain does it. But today I can vote for all centralized exchanges to charge 0 fees. Period. Everybody will vote yes. But can we implement it? Probably not. So the voting, I think that community voting shows what the community wants, which is important. But there are interesting implications on the execution and the side effects of it, I think, which are not that well thought through. So that's kind of my view. I could be wrong. Yeah.
So he ends it with, I could be wrong, right? But his view is, hey, that everything's nice in theory, but when you get down to it, when you start doing these things, it doesn't really work out like a lot of people think it's going to. Now, is this the end for Terra Luna Classic? I don't think so. I think it has room to kind of pump and make people money, but 1 cent and 10 cents and $1 and those sorts of things, the only way that's going to happen is a lot of the supply is burned. So what's the next step for this? Well, of course, we know Binance controls most of this volume, and it seems as of right now, they're not going to be supporting, right? We have 51% of their volume right now, which is a huge increase from yesterday. I think it was like at 48%. So big increases in volume we see on Binance. Probably a huge sell-off. We see that they're not supporting it directly, but CZ did say this. He said this: I answered the questions about Luna Classic in my Twitter Space AMA just now. Another option is to implement a feature to let users opt in for a 1.2% trading fee themselves for burn, and see how many of the voting community does that first. Vote with your fee. So pretty much he's calling out the community saying, hey, okay, how about we implement something where we let you choose whether or not you want to, burn 1.2% for trading, like for the taxes. We'll see. If you want that, you can opt in, right? But you have people like Crypto King saying they want it to be mandatory, no opt-in. So mandatory. To me, it's like, how about you do this and see how many people actually opt in to do that? Because that'll really show the rest of the world how much people really care about this burn, or it's just a bunch of hype. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.